This is not what American families give a damn about.
Just to be clear,
they just don't.
We do know.
How many people like me who want justice, and I want to know how many of those people are in our government.
I don't know about
Poop about this.
Kevin O'Leary just went on Abby Phillip's CNN show. You won't believe what Kevin O'Leary said and how Abby Phillip shuts him down in this heated debate. So let's dive in.
Look at the American economy right now. A lot of people had a lot of mistrust on the tariff issue. Economy's on fire. Indexes all-time highs. Every country on earth wants to cut a deal with America. The average person at the kitchen table is not worrying about Epstein. Don't give a damn. They want to provide for their family, and they are. America's working.
So
this is the American.
So hold on. Let me just say,
working.
Jerome Powell just announced that he's going to hold off on cutting interest rates again
Who
because
cares?
of the tariffs, and we've already started to see the inflationary pressures.
We have a lot more on the economy later in the show, but just one thing that you said, Kevin, that I think is.
Epstein's alive?
No. There are two aspects of it. I mean, I think on the one hand, I think you're right that it's kind of like a niche interest here, this Epstein thing, but the niche is Trump's base, people in Trump's base. But secondly, on the broader picture of what is happening in the country and how do Americans feel about it, CBS YouGov poll asked, how do you think things are going here in this country? 61% said very or somewhat badly. That's not exactly a great indictment of the Trump economy. And then on top of that, to what I was saying earlier, on the Epstein files, this is what Republicans want. 83% want the files released. So I think both of those things is part of why Trump is having a hard time right now.
I hope they release them. He'll still be dead.
Yeah. He will still be dead.
He's going to be dead for a long time.
But Trump lives and dies on his base.
Yeah.
And the base right now they're unsteady.
I don't understand why he hasn't released the files. As he said, it's one of the reasons I believe that they released today the files on Martin Luther King Jr., because now he's able to show, hey, look, I told you I was going to release the MLK file, the JFK file, and also the Epstein file. It's going to take a little bit of time. I don't know the reason why. Personally, I don't think people are going to find Donald in that file as much as they think that they're going to. That's just my personal opinion, kind of knowing him for a decade and a half. Nevertheless, I want to see the file. I'm sick and tired of all of the conspiracy theories that are popping up. If you are a detractor, yeah, he's guilty of something. If you are a supporter, he didn't do anything. This is all nonsense. How about just put the documents in front of the American people, release it, and let us then examine the documents, as we call it in law, documentary evidence. It'll speak for itself instead of listening to all the nonsense.
I would love for them to release the files. I am not at all in Trump's base. However, I care deeply about it because I'm not going to buy this argument that like these young girls were raped by what? Did they rape themselves? No, they got raped by people who are in powerful positions, and I want to know how many of those individuals are currently serving in our government in some role or the other.
Average American awake for 18 hours a day. How many minutes do you think they spend worrying about this stuff? Maybe they were raped, maybe they weren't. This is not what American families give a damn about.
Just to be clear,
they just don't.
We do know that there were victims, so that's not speculative.
We do know that there were victims, and the thing is, people can compartmentalize, right? And the reason why people care about this a lot, not just because of the very real Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking and the crimes that were committed, it is the fact that Donald Trump himself spent years, him and his allies, promised their base, we are going to deliver the Epstein client list that's going to take down all of your Democratic enemies.
Bring it.
Yeah, well, yes, bring it.
gives a
Donald,
poop.
please. Donald,
Nobody gives a poop.
You don't give a poop, okay?
The
Other
polling
people do,
indicates-
including people like me who
on
want
behalf of the
justice,
majority of
and I
Americans.
want to know how many of those people are in our government.
I don't know about
poop
that.
about this.
Pause. Kevin O'Leary just said, maybe they were raped, maybe they weren't, and then nobody cares. What? There are real victims of Jeffrey Epstein. Abby Phillip is right to say that. Kevin O'Leary keeps switching to the economy, but that doesn't answer this. People can care about bills and also want the truth. Now, listen to Donald Trump.
Mr. President, I know you've urged people to move on, but I'm curious, why do you think your supporters in particular have been so interested in the Epstein story and so upset about how it's been handled? Why do you think that is?
Why they would be so interested He's dead for a long time. He was never a big factor in terms of life. I don't understand what the interest or what the fascination is. I really don't. And the credible information's been given. Don't forget, we went through years of the Mueller witch hunt and all of the different things, the Steele dossier, which was all fake. All that information was fake. But I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring.
That was Donald Trump calling the Epstein story boring and acting like nobody cares. It matches Kevin O'Leary word for word. That's not an argument, it's a way to avoid the subject. Abby Phillip sticks to the fact that there are victims. People do care. They want the Epstein files released so everyone can read them. The solution is simple. Release the files, protect the victim's privacy, and show the evidence. Kevin O'Leary avoids it, Donald Trump dismisses it, and Abby Phillip pushes for answers.
Yeah, the polls.
A lot of Republicans do. I mean, look, on the MLK files, I mean, it's interesting because the family did not want this released in this way. And Bernice King, Dr. King's daughter, posted this on X not just a little while ago. Now do the Epstein files, she says, with a photo of her father, because, you know, Trump's argument on the Epstein files is that, oh, you know, people might get hurt by what's in this. He didn't seem to be that concerned about that when it came to the MLK files.
No, but Abby, they did warn the family that these things
Yeah,
are coming
they
down
did.
the pipeline and it's going to be released tomorrow. Aveda King came out in support of this.
Right, but she's a Trump supporter.
She is a Trump
Yes.
supporter, but she was pure, like, yeah, transparency all day long. Let's go. So, you know, so maybe the family split on this idea that these files are going to get released. Ultimately, I do want to know, you know, who killed, or, well, we know who killed him.
Listen,
which is,
I'm not suggesting that it should remain secret forever because there was a date by which this would be released, but the timing of this very moment, I think her implication here is that it is being used as a tool to distract.
Everything in politics is used as a tool. I mean, we have to be
Fair,
honest with it.
yeah.
For example, they turn around, they show this photo of Donald Trump's birthday card to Jeffrey Epstein. Is that not being used as a tool? Again, if you are a Trump supporter, you're saying, what does it mean? It has nothing to do with it. There's no evidence, there's no criminality. If you're a detractor, yeah, this just goes and it shows proof positive that Donald Trump was somehow involved in this thing. You know, I keep saying, and people get angry at me, oh, why are you taking a knee? Why are you kissing Donald's ring? No, I'm not. I'm not defending him. I'm stating a fact that in the decade and a half that I was by the man's side, I never saw him doodle once. He's just not a doodler. I write on the paper.
I mean, we've been through this.
He didn't write it.
There are a lot
nor
of
did he
images
draw
that
it.
Donald Trump drew.
Yeah,
And,
none of
and,
those were
and
drawn by him, by
auctioned.
the way.
So who drew them?
I won't say, but I have two
All right,
guesses,
so
and I'm pretty
that's some
sure I'm
news here
100%
that
correct.
he auctioned off photos that he signed, as his images that he did not draw.
Well, a lot of artists, I guess.
Okay,
I'm just-
can I
I'm
ask
just-
artists
all
do
of
that.
you,
I'm just to be
worst
clear,
case
but
scenario,
the
all
other-
this stuff's true. Does that in any way affect the American economy or what's going on? with
There's
And-
more to life
and
than the
listen,
American economy. There's justice and the fact that we might have pedophiles serving in our government right now.
Oh my!
Kevin O'Leary turns everything back to the economy. Not everything is the economy, Kevin O'Leary. Abby Phillip is right. There are victims, and that matters. This isn't a choice. People can care about prices and also want the truth about Jeffrey Epstein. Saying focus on the economy is a dodge. Releasing the files doesn't cost anyone money. It's basic transparency. If Kevin O'Leary wanted them out before, he should want them out now. Be consistent. So here's the clear ask. Release the Epstein files, redact victims' private details, add dates and sources, and let people read them. Then debate the economy all you want with the facts on the table.
My
Speak.
goodness,
That's the problem.
horrible. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, what people care about is how to feed their families and how the economy grows and take care of their futures. This stuff is poop on a stick. Nobody gives. I got to stop.
If we want to talk economy, which we will,
We
what
should.
is Trump
That's what
doing
matters.
other than providing absolute uncertainty, injecting all of this into the market? We have the bond markets here, trying to wonder whether or not the debt that's coming from the
Epstein,
big beautiful
dead guy
bill.
matters? No,
No, he's dead.
The
value of
tell
the
that, tell that to his
value
He'll
of
be
the
dead
dollar
tomorrow
went
morning.
down
I
10%.
guarantee he's dead tomorrow morning.
Tell that to the victims in his
Tell them to the
base.
victims.
Okay,
It's his base that
every-
cares.
It's his base that actually
It's his
wants
base
it,
that wants
even
it.
more than the Democrats. See, now what happens is the base is screaming for the documents. They're not getting it. All of a sudden, the Democrats, of course, are jumping into it and saying, hey, release it, release it, release it. And then the Republicans are now all on message saying the same thing, which is, well, you never wanted it before. Now all of a sudden you want it now. How about just do the right thing, do the easy thing, and then just release the file?
It's coming.
One quick thing for you, Michael. I mean, Trump sometimes overreacts to things like this. You don't think that the files probably have that much to do with Trump. Is he overreacting?
You know, I think he's getting bad advice from people that are within his circle. They're probably feeding to him, hey, you know, this could be damaging in this way. I believe he should just release the files, put an end to the conspiracy theories around it, and then let's just all move on.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Well, there you go. The
Agreed.
old person.
Okay, there you go. We've got some agreement here.
Here's the bottom line. Abby Phillip keeps asking for facts. Kevin O'Leary keeps changing the subject to the economy. Donald Trump calls the Epstein story boring. Viewers can see the difference. If you wanted the Epstein files before, you should want them now. Be consistent. Release the Epstein files, protect victims' privacy, and add clear dates and sources so people know what they're reading. If the files clear people, good. If they don't, that's accountability. Simple. And no, this isn't a choice between groceries and the truth. People can care about prices and about justice at the same time. Abby Phillip is right to hold that line. Kevin O'Leary is wrong to wave it away. Donald Trump is wrong to dismiss it. What do you think? Should they release the files now? Drop your take in the comments. If you found this helpful, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.